in the field of fiscal consolidation, especially in the past year, while, as I have said here many times, there is a very clear need to reinforce work in the field of structural reforms, not least in the labour market. If I were a young Spaniard and I would face a youth unemployment of over 40%, while unemployment in the Netherlands is 4% or Austria 5%, I would ask why, and it must be related not only to the geographical location, but related to the institutions, to policies, and to the functioning or malfunctioning of the labour market.
Thank you. Thomas Weingärtner.
Thomas Weingärtner, German Radio. Two questions on the Eurobonds, please. I mean, I still didn't understand what preference the Commission has. Actually, I mean, the three options are known, but what would the Commission like to propose to Member States? And the second question, if you have the blue-red approach, what would you, to reinforce budgetary discipline, you want to have ex-ante conditions to join this scheme or ex post?
Look, precisely, we are launching, and now it's also a follow-up to the first question, we are launching the debate. At this moment, the Commission has not yet decided on a preferred approach. We believe it's better to put those different options in what I believe is a very objective way, based on sound analysis, to the public consultation, including, of course, all our member states, but also the citizens of Europe, the experts, the different elements of our civil society. And we will, at the end of the consultation, most likely express a preference for one option. But we are really committed to this debate. We believe it is a matter where different options have been put. Some have advantages, but others, but also disadvantages, as Vice President Rehn explained in a very synthetic but I think convincing way. So now we are going to engage the debate, and at the proper moment we will find if there is or not conditions to come with some specific proposal. We have some ideas. I can tell you I have my own idea, but I think it's premature precisely because of the way we take decisions, also in the college, but also in the broader consultation, to express them at this stage. And we have seen, and I think this point is also important, that people move in the discussion. And this is also a follow-up to the first question. You remember last year when the Commission presented the annual growth survey? You remember that we have put then a proposal for the reinforcement of the FSF and flexibility of the FSF. You remember that at that time several capitals opposed completely, saying never, we will never accept the EFSF reinforcement, and we will never accept the FSF to intervene in the secondary market. We will never accept flexibility. Now they have agreed. It was in our proposal in January, strong opposition from several governments. Afterwards, after consultations, and sometimes the reality is a great teacher, they have agreed. All the member states of the euro area have agreed what they've said before they could never agree. It was the decisions of July, of October. Unfortunately, not yet implemented by our member states. Namely, the last decisions of October that the Commission fully supports are not yet fully implemented. Okay? This shows that rational debate makes progress. I believe the best way to have this discussion is to start with the options, and then we will, if needed, come with a specific proposal. I don't know if you want to.
Just to add, in fact, I can fully endorse what the President said, of course. And on page 20 of the Green Paper on stability bonds, you have a very compact and synthetic overview of the three main basic approaches. I recommend this very highly to you. This is a very synthetic comparison of the three main basic approaches, which I trust will be very useful raw material for an analytical and substantive debate on the subject. And I can only endorse the democratic, transparent aspect of this exercise. We are not doing like the United States did in 1790, when it was a secret deal at a dinner between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson to create the Amera bonds of the time, which created the foundation for the federal economic government of the United States. And of course we know that as part of the deal was that the capital of the United States was moved from New York to the swamp of Virginia, which is nowadays called Washington.
Thank you. Bruno Waterfield is next.
I just wanted to ask, I suppose it's more of a philosophical question, but you've touched on it yourself, Mr. Barroso. A lot of the proposals you're making at the moment, it seems to be a strain running through them all, have the effect of enshrining or insulating fiscal policies, even dogma, from democratic decisions, certainly at the national level. In the midst of the worst recession for perhaps 80 years, is it really sensible to